Celebrating diversity and inclusion in our locations not only makes great business sense, but it's the right thing to do. Our team members, customers, partners, and community all bring diversity of thought, experience, and perspective that help us grow and thrive in an ever-changing society. As quickly as our customers grow and change, we must change with them, and telling the story of how diversity and inclusion play a critical role in how we operate is essential to our partnerships. We know each and every team has a great story of diversity and inclusion. However, some may be nervous about how to tell it. So often, creating a video seems like a tall undertaking only for those with a specific skill, but we're here to dispel that myth. There are a variety of ways to create a video for your submission, but it all starts with determining the story you want to tell. Think through the great events and best practices you and your team use every day that represent inclusion, even if you might not realize it. Sharing culturally themed meals and celebrations are great, but what other types of inclusion efforts are you tackling and truly making a difference for our teams, customers, and communities? Throughout the week, you'll see great examples of inclusion efforts happening across the country, and we've highlighted a few of them here today. But really, this is about you digging deep and identifying great ideas from your locations. Really think through the message you would like to convey and how you'll tell it, what visuals you need to support, quotes to gather, pictures, video clips, whatever helps represent the good work you and your team are doing, and make a plan. We've identified 5 easy steps to creating a fabulous submission, and it's all about thinking through the story you want to tell and finding the supporting visuals and message. And it all starts with step 1, identifying the diversity or an inclusion event or practice you'd like to feature in your video. And then you move to step 2, gather photos, video clips, and testimonials to illustrate your story. In step 3, you storyboard how you'd like your submission content to flow, and then in step 4, if needed, create a scripted voiceover to help pull the story together for the audience. And finally, in step 5, make your video. Once you know the story you'd like to tell, storyboard it out. This is an example of a real storyboard used to create a 5-jewel submission, and it really can be this simple. Outline what elements you'd like to feature at each stage of your video and align the resources to tell the story. And now you need to think about how you'd like to make your video. Remember, 5-jewel submissions can't be professionally produced, but there are plenty of great tools and resources out there like Movie Maker for Windows or iMovie for Apple. Both of these programs have templates and tutorials available to bring your video to life. But one of the best kept secrets and easiest to use platforms is PowerPoint. Did you know you can insert pictures, videos, sound, and music and convert it to a video right from PowerPoint? Well, you can, and it makes a great submission. So what makes a successful video? It's telling your story in a unique way. It's showing the world the importance you and your team place on diversity and inclusion as a critical part of your operation and your team's success. It's so much more than a submission for an award. It's really how your teams operate every single day. So let's take a look at some past winners and what made them so successful.
The hyphen, an often overlooked but extremely important part of our communication. The hyphen. It has the power to bring together 2 seemingly uncommon things and unify them. In fact, we're here right now because of a hyphen. The hyphen is powerful enough to define a group or range. And again, we are here today because of the hyphen. The hyphen just might be the most inclusive sign in the English language. So here's to the hyphen, bringing together North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana, bringing together the South to celebrate inclusion the only way we know how. Chartwell's K-12 South Region embraces inclusion in everything we do. It's a part of our business and a part of our relationships. Gone are the Southern stereotypes to be replaced by a culture that celebrates diversity and honors inclusion. Our teams are made up of people from all walks of life, backgrounds, cultures, races, and genders. And that diversity, that's our strength.
We are known for our beautiful beaches and our fine Southern cuisine.
In the fall, the South Region celebrated Food Day. Together, each of our states paid tribute to their culinary cultures by offering a recipe to the rest of the region. Students across the South honored local while experiencing culinary inclusion through this menu, and we were able to support our local communities by purchasing over 11,000 pounds of local food to support our menus for Food Day. As part of our Food Day celebrations, each school district collected food to support local hunger relief organizations. Together, we collected over 11,000 pounds of food for donation.
Beyond their numerous community outreach actions, FAU Dining Services has completely redefined their presence across the campus by providing a necessity for diversity inclusion. Their program, Dining on Diversity, has revitalized this definition within every venue. Every other week, nearly 30 associates will join together for lunch and merely banter about life, family, and share personal stories. Tracy Diager, Resident District Manager, first spearheaded this program in November 2014.
We discussed different ways of what we can do with diversity and how we can actually ingrain that with our team over here. And I have to tell you that for me, that's been an aha moment. I've been on this campus for a really long time, 10, 11 years now, and I've had a lot of our associates work with us for that amount of time as well. So you kind of get to know your team and your associates. At least I thought I knew them. And the one thing that I have found with dining on diversity is that there's a sense of rawness and a sense of openness that we've been getting from our team that I didn't expect.
It made me.
As you can see, telling your story can take on many forms. The key is selecting a style and message that's unique to you and your team. You're doing great things every day. Now tell us the story of how your commitment to diversity and inclusion make you and your team successful.